Oh, hello, hello. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Terria. I teach aspiring providers how to start a facility based adult day program serving adults with intellectual disabilities. So, today I want to talk about assistant living agencies versus adult day program providers or agencies. So, if you're on the fence as to whether to start an assistant living agency or an adult day program agency, maybe this video will help you out. So, assistant living facilities, assistant living agencies, I should say, are pretty much, you're providing services potentially for the same type of individuals that you would in your adult day program. However, it's living in a house and you have staff coming in and assisting them with their daily care needs. Okay. It's 24 hours, 7 days a week, essentially, that you're providing services. Some of your clientele could be in a day program during the day. So at that particular time slot, you don't have to provide the services for them unless they're homesick or they don't have an adult day program. But essentially, it could be 24 hours, 7 days a week, or it could be a little bit less if they are out in a day program during the day. Another thing about the assistant living agencies, you can provide, if you're somebody that wants to provide services for multiple individuals, you want to make a great impact in your community and you want to serve as many individuals as you possibly can, you would have to be providing these services amongst many locations, because there's only typically 3 or 4 individuals in a house at one time. With the individuals with intellectual disabilities, there's typically not a lot of individuals in the house at one time. So you may have to have multiple locations in order for your reach to be expanded amongst numerous individuals. Reimbursement rates for assistant living. The reimbursement rates are not bad. They're not bad at all. Check out your reimbursement rates. I am a strong believer. Do your homework, do your research, always know your reimbursement rates for the services you are providing. But the reimbursement rates are not so bad. Of course, they vary from state to state, but they're not bad. The only issue with the reimbursement rates is the expenses. So you spend a lot on staffing expenses when it comes to assistant living agencies, because you have to provide multiple staff throughout the day. Sometimes it's one staff on one shift, two staff on another shift, and then you have 3 shifts. If it's a 24-hour day, you got your 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. So you have 3 shifts. So in one day, you have to provide staffing supports, throughout that day. And like I said, some shifts only require one staff, some shifts require 2 staff. So a lot of your expenses are spent on staffing. So like I said, you want to do your financial projections. You want to look at your operating expenses in comparison to your reimbursement rates and your projected revenue goals, and you want to make sure financially it won't create a hardship on you. Financially, it has to make sense. Always do your financial projections. Always know your numbers. Always know your reimbursement rates. Always know your operating expenses. And always know how many individuals do you need to support in order for it to make sense. And if it's doable and makes sense to you, great. You love it. I love it. If it's not doable, you need to look at something different. You need to look at another business model, because essentially you don't go into business to lose money. I know I don't. You shouldn't. You should not be starting a business, not know your numbers, not know if it's going to make you money, versus lose you money. You always want to make sure it's going to make you money and it's not going to put you in debt. And we are in the business of caring. We are in the business of making a major impact in our community. We are in the business of serving, but you can't serve anybody broke. That is just the reality of it. You cannot serve anybody if you don't have no money. You can't serve anybody if your business is shut down because the revenue goals wasn't covering your operating expenses and your business had to go out of business. So it has to make sense. You have to know your numbers. Okay. Let's talk about facility based adult day programs. 5 days a week. 5 days a week, lovely schedule. Typically, your facility based adult day program, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. You're providing the staff for the individuals that are there for that particular day. You're only providing staffing if the individuals are there. Reimbursement rates, I always talk about the licensed adult day program reimbursement rates. They are lovely. That's why I always encourage people to go the licensing route as opposed to the private pay, because the reimbursement rates for the licensing route are really great. It makes sense. You still got to do your numbers. You always need to do your numbers, but you can provide an impact for multiple individuals in one location. Depending on your financial projection and your growth goals, if you have a building that can has a capacity for, I don't know, 50 individuals, 70 individuals, you can potentially provide supports for 50, 70 individuals in one location. So your reach, when you set up the facility-based adult day program, your reach, your impact that you can have is unlimited. For multiple individuals. So that's why I love facility-based adult day programs, because my reach and supports and services can be expanded among a lot of individuals that need the services. So not only are you making the money to keep your business afloat and to keep, your family, generational wealth. I talked about this in another video, building generational generational wealth and a legacy. It's there with facility-based adult day program. You can start with one facility, grow that facility, create an amazing service that is needed, that is required, and then add a second location. You don't have to just stop at one. You can add a second location. I also did a video talking about the 2 locations that I operated. You don't have to stop at one. I think people don't understand the extent of facility-based adult day programs, and the impact that you can make. The impact that you can make with the individuals you're supporting, but with your family. It's almost like you're franchising, like the name can go on to a location. You can even expand to different cities. So the sky is the limit. The impact, your reach can go so far with facility adult day programs. And like I said, you're there Monday through Friday, most major holidays off, 8 hours a day. When you're off, you're off. Like, the schedule is amazing. And then you're also having fun. You're teaching individuals, daily life skills. You're going on outings, whether it be, an outing to a museum, an outing to an amusement park. And you're able to enjoy life and teach others how to enjoy life while you're also teaching them how to behave in social settings. You're teaching them skill sets that, will help them grow to be better, to be self-sufficient. So it's just, it's a great business model. But if you were deciding whether to go with assisted living agency or facility-based adult day program, I hope this video helps. And if you are somebody that's looking to start a facility-based adult day program and need some support, I will attach a link below. We can chat to see if my program is a good fit for you, or if you know somebody that's looking to start a facility-based adult day program by use of a step-by-step coaching strategy. I'm not a do it for you type person. I did a video on that. Check that out. I'm not a do it for you type person. But if you are somebody that's looking for a step-by-step proven strategy to grow, to start and grow your adult day program, definitely reach out to me. We'll see what we can do, what I can do, how I can help, and then we'll go from there. See you guys next time. Bye.